Resources Private Limited.
Welcome students to an enriching learning journey ahead with Wood Apple Resources. Class 5 EVS. I'm your teacher Vani. Here are your friends.
I am Ruby. I am Abby.
Dear students, today I'm going to teach you Chapter 13, Drought in Pench. Hello everyone. Welcome to today's exciting lesson, where we'll be talking about the amazing senses of animals. Have you ever wondered how animals can sense things that humans can't? Or how do they find food and stay safe in the jungle? We are going to explore those incredible abilities together. But before we start, let's do a quick warm-up that involves one fascinating story. In January 1975, in China, farmers experienced an unusual event. Animals who usually go into their barns without any problem started acting weird. They did not want to go inside, no matter how much they tried. A few days later, a big earthquake hits the area. It's almost like the animals knew something was going to happen, even though there were no signs that humans could notice. Isn't that mysterious? What do you think? How could the animals have sensed the earthquake before it happened? Take a moment to think about it. That was quite an interesting story, wasn't it? Scientists believe that animals might feel tiny changes in the environment, like vibrations in the ground, that humans can't detect. This is just one example of how animals use their special senses to survive.
What other cool things can animals do?
Let's find out. Imagine you're in the Pench forest and there's a terrible drought. There's hardly any food or water, and Mowgli and his animal friends are struggling. They have to come up with a plan to survive. Mowgli and the animals knew they had to use their special senses to find what they needed to survive. Some animals, like dogs and ants, have a super strong sense of smell. Others, like eagles and owls, have incredible eyesight. Together, they used their unique abilities to search for food and water, even in such difficult times.
What did they do to survive?
They decided to use their special senses. Let's see how different animals used their powers. Sense of smell. Animals like dogs, elephants, and ants have an incredible sense of smell. Dogs can detect scents that humans can't, which is why they are often used by police to find clues. Elephants can smell water from miles away, and ants use their antennae to pick up scents and communicate with each other. Sense of sight. Lions, eagles, and owls have remarkable eyesight. Lions have great night vision for hunting, while eagles can spot prey from 2 miles away. Owls can see in the dark, making them excellent nighttime hunters. Insects like flies and bees have compound eyes that help them see movement and avoid danger. Sense of taste. Bees, butterflies, and flies taste with their feet. This helps them decide if a flower or fruit is good to eat. Earthworms have taste buds all over their bodies, allowing them to find food in the soil.
That's so cool. I didn't know animals could do all that. एनिमल्स अपनी स्पेशल सेंसेस से सर्वाइव करते हैं। जैसे डॉग्स की सेंस ऑफ स्मेल इतनी स्ट्रांग होती है कि वो पुलिस की हेल्प करते हैं क्लूज ढूंढने में, और ईगल्स की आई साइट इतनी शार्प होती है, वो दूर से अपना शिकार देख लेते हैं। बीज अपने पैरों से टेस्ट करते हैं और आउल्स रात के अंधेरे में भी देख सकते हैं।
Imagine it's dark out. How do you think animals like cats and mice find their way around? At night, many animals use their sense of touch to find food or get information about their surroundings. For example, cats and mice have whiskers that help them feel their way around in the dark. It's like their own little radar.
And what do you think birds use to sense things around them?
Birds use their beaks to feel things. Their beaks are very sensitive, so they can detect food and other objects easily. And did you know butterflies have tiny hair on their wings? These hair help them sense changes in air pressure, which is really important when they are flying. Now, let's talk about camouflage. What do you think animals do to hide from danger?
They probably change color to blend in with their surroundings, right?
You've got it. Camouflage is a fantastic way animals protect themselves. They blend into their surroundings so well that it's hard to see them. For example, some insects change their color to match leaves or branches. Chameleons can change their color when they feel threatened. Isn't that fascinating?
What about hearing, ma'am? Can animals hear better than us?
Yes, some animals have incredible hearing. Cats, dogs, leopards, and tigers have very sharp hearing, which helps them detect even the faintest sounds. Even small creatures like spiders, cockroaches, and grasshoppers can detect sounds using tiny hair on their legs or bodies.
Ma'am, I heard that snakes don't have ears. How do they hear?
That's correct. Snakes don't have external ears like we do, but they can still sense sounds through vibrations in the ground. These vibrations are picked up by their internal ears, allowing them to hear what's happening around them.
Ma'am, how do bats find their food in the dark?
Bats use a special technique called echolocation. They make high-pitched sounds that bounce off objects and come back to them. This helps them see where things are, even in complete darkness. Whales and dolphins use echolocation too, but in water.
रात को कैट्स और माइस अपनी विस्कर्स से रास्ते का पता लगाते हैं। बर्ड्स अपनी बीक्स से चीजें महसूस करते हैं और बटरफ्लाइज अपने विंग्स पर छोटे हेयर से हवा के प्रेशर को समझ लेती हैं। कैमोफ्लेज से एनिमल्स अपने आप को छुपा लेते हैं और कुछ अपने रंग बदल लेते हैं। स्नेक्स बिना एक्सटर्नल ईयर्स के वाइब्रेशंस से सुनते हैं और बैट्स इकोलोकेशन का यूज करके अंधेरे में अपना शिकार ढूंढते हैं। What about animals that are active at night? How do they survive?
Animals that are active at night are called nocturnal animals. They have adapted to live in the dark, using their keen senses to find food and avoid danger. Bats, owls, foxes, and leopards are some examples of nocturnal animals.
Ma'am, do animals sleep like we do?
Yes, animals need rest too, but they sleep in different ways. For example, dogs sleep with their eyes closed, but cows, snakes, and horses can sleep with their eyes open. Some animals, like horses and elephants, can even sleep standing up. But here's something interesting. Bullfrogs are the only animals that never sleep.
How do animals communicate with each other, ma'am?
Animals have many ways to communicate. For example, ants leave a chemical trail for others to follow to a food source. Dogs use different barks to send messages. Some animals, like birds and monkeys, use specific calls to warn others about predators.
Ma'am, what happens when animals need to find food and water?
In our story, hawks and eagles flew high above to scout for food and water. They found a source and informed the other animals. The lion, being the leader, roared to gather everyone, and they all followed the hawks and eagles to the food and water. And that's how animals use their amazing senses and teamwork to survive. Isn't nature incredible?
रात को जो एनिमल्स जागते हैं उन्हें नॉक्टर्नल एनिमल्स कहते हैं। ये अपनी शार्प सेंसेस का यूज करके अंधेरे में खाना ढूंढते हैं और सुरक्षित रहते हैं। कुछ आंखें बंद करके सोते हैं और कुछ आंखें खुली रखकर। बुल फ्रॉग्स एकमात्र ऐसा जानवर है जो कभी नहीं सोते। एनिमल्स अपने यूनिक तरीके से कम्युनिकेट करते हैं, जैसे एंट्स केमिकल ट्रेल छोड़ती है और डॉग्स अलग अलग बार्क्स का इस्तेमाल करते हैं।
Let's review what we have learned today. Animals have remarkable senses that help them survive in the wild. Dogs, elephants, and ants use their strong sense of smell to find food, water, and communicate. Eagles, owls, and lions rely on sharp eyesight to spot prey and navigate in the dark. Cats, mice, and birds use whiskers or sensitive beaks to sense their surroundings. Some animals, like chameleons and insects, use camouflage to blend in with their environment and avoid predators. Cats, dogs, and even snakes have sharp hearing or can sense vibration to detect danger or food. Bats and dolphins use echolocation to navigate in the dark or underwater. Nocturnal animals are active at night using their enhanced senses to find food and stay safe. Animals communicate through sounds, chemical trails, and body language to share information and protect themselves. Thank you for joining us. Keep learning and exploring with Wood Apple Resources.